Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Three habits on how to create a peace in your life. Hi, everyone. I'm Valery Molone, life coach, motivational speaker, creator of Love You Life program. Today, I'm going to talk about three habits that you can implement in your life to create a peace in your life. Peace of mind, peace of body, peace of soul, and peace in general in your life. It is so important, especially right now, because what happened is that there's so much stuff going on in the world right now, between the pandemic, between the corona, between election. There's so much energy out there, and unfortunately there's so much negative energies out there. Most importantly, negative energy out there. Uncertainty, a lot of uncertainty going on. People are still going to the supermarkets, buying all these stuff. They're thinking that it's going to be shut down again. So there's so much energy going on. What can we do to create a peace in our life? But here's the thing though, not only what's going on with the world right now, as the history shows us, okay, sometime the world can be peaceful, but there's going to be a lot of turmoil in your own life. Sometimes we don't have a peace in our own home with our own self, like when we don't feel good about ourselves as far as the health goes, and don't have a peace with our health. We don't have a peace with our relationship. We don't have a peace with our career, or we don't have a peace with our finance situation. No matter what it is, if it's not outer world, it's inner world. If you are feeling something that is making you uncomfortable, that you feel like there's so much going on and your emotions are all messed up, then here's the three habits that I'm going to discuss today that you can implement in your life to create some peace in your life, to create some peace in your mind, body, and soul, at your home, at your community, and bigger, in your country. So it's really, really important. And I'm in New York. So in New York, we are just going up and down. We first Corona hit, and then we went down. Everything was good. Not good 100%, but it was good to the point that we were okay. And now we are going, the cases are going high again. And how do I know this? I know this through the media. What media is telling us, that's what we hear. Now, there's a lot of stuff going on in the media. A lot of people saying that this is media Christmas. And what does that mean? That there's so much information out there. There's so much things going on that media is bombarding us with all these information. Who is right? Who is wrong? We don't know. We listen to social media is trying to have a control a little bit. Back in the days when social media got created, everybody was going, they were giving raw information. There was no editing, there's no cleaning up, there's no rules. Everybody was expressing their own opinion, telling their opinion, sharing their kindness, their talent, their knowledge. But now it's becoming more business type. So Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, people are posting and stuff. People are trying to manipulate people, influence people, force people, hate people, love people. So it is so much. The minute you turn on your computer, the minute that you go on the social media, the minute you turn on your TV, you get bombarded with information, and all this information creates negative emotion. And they're scaring us. They're just telling us like this. Now you can believe whatever you believe. You can believe whatever is there that you believe. But my advice to you is that don't believe from one resource. So if you're listening to the media, if you're listening to the social media, if you're listening to other people, try to educate yourself a little bit more from all perspective, not just one. And that's what I do in my life all the time. And I learned that here's what it is. Um, our truth is what we believe. Okay? What do we believe? That's our truth. So there is when we suffering emotionally, right? And we know that is bad. At the time we believe that. Otherwise we wouldn't do it, right? If you don't believe it, you won't do it. So it's very important to understand, what do you believe? So whatever you believe, in your eyes, in your mind, in your life, you're right now. So if anybody else says that you're wrong, that's just their opinion. So it is if you see somebody and they tell you something that you don't like, in their mind, they're right. So it's very important to understand that concept when you're going and looking and getting information. So obviously we have to have some information. I do put the news once in a while, see the overall of what's going on, but I don't really cling on to it. I don't really get attached. I don't want the news, the media, the social media, all of that affect my emotions so much that can make me depressed, or give me stress, or give me anxiety, or give me uncertainty, because then it becomes a problem, because those emotions can actually cause a chronic illness. So that's why I teach my clients about the awareness. My practice is all about awareness, all the time, every time. And here's why I teach that. Because in my whole life, and I'm old, ladies and gentlemen, all my life. I didn't go to school, I didn't go to college, I didn't learn this from school. I learned some of the things that I apply in my own life to make my life better on my own, through trying and practicing and failing and winning. Okay, I tried something, sometime worked, sometime it didn't work. But I learned one thing that worked for me and it still works for me and all the time works for everybody, is that awareness. Awareness is very, very important. Awareness is energy, awareness is focus, awareness is discipline, awareness is happiness, awareness is joy, awareness is everything. You must be aware of yourself. So for that reason, I am going to give you 3 habits that you can implement in your life to create more peace in your life. And by the way, if you have any question, please do send me a question. I'd be more than happy to answer. And you feel like this video can help someone else, please do share and leave me a comment, and I will get back to you guys after I'm done with this video. And I do have a 5 days meditation challenge. The link is here somewhere. I highly recommend you to download the meditation, because the habits that I'm giving you involve you doing meditation. For those of you who are already doing meditation, that's great. For those of you thinking about starting meditation, here's a free 5 days challenge meditation that I create for you. Download. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. So download the meditation, and we're going to start with habit number 1. Okay. Being centered within yourself, within your true self. So I talk about this in my program a lot. Okay. We have two self. We have dual personality. Our true self, that our true self, that who we are, that when we were born, that we were a child, that's our true self. As we grew up, based on your upbringing, based on your culture, based on what country you're from, based on how much money your parents made, based on who you hang out with, you have this identity that the society created for you, that we call that an ego self. Okay, that is our ego self. Ego is very needy. Ego always wants to be right. Ego always want to be in control. So the ego self, we function from that because it was given to us, and that started from our parents. It started from our parents, then from our teachers, then from our professors, then from our partners, then from our friends, from the job, from the boss, co-worker, everybody else around you. You can't help it but to know that that is the identity they give you. So how many people we recognize them by their fame, by their how much money they make, by how they look, and all of that. So we're recognizing their ego self. But every one of us also have a true self, which is your pure self, your belief, your desire, your standards, and you, okay? You, who you are, the real you. So you are familiar with that. It's not like you don't know what that is. And here's sometimes we see our true self. When you go to bed at night and when you sleep, when you're by yourself, when you're taking a bath up, when you're going for a walk, when you're alone in the car, sometimes we know, we recognize that, you know, that your desires are there, that your wants are there, that you know this is your true self, but you're not bringing it up to the surface because the ego self crushes it. And that's why a lot of time we feel that we're not enough. A lot of time we feel that we're gonna fail. That's why there's so much anxiety, stress, overwhelm, doubt, fear, because we're in the battle between our true self and our fake identity that we've been given by the society, which is our ego self. Okay? So that's why it's very important for you to recognize those two. You have your ego personality and you have your true self personality. So in order to create a peace, one of the habits that you need to implement in your life is to get in touch with your true self more and more and more. Your true self, you're only going to recognize it when you are alone, when you're calm, cool, collected, when you're by yourself. The benefit of that is the more you get in touch with your true self, the more you know your desire, the more you know what to make a decision for, how to change your life, who to talk to, what is important to you, what are your beliefs, what are your standards, what do you want people to look at you as. And this is really, really important. And a lot of us are not doing this because we're not aware of ourselves. Our awareness is out there. out there. We worry about the news, we worry about the media, we worry about who likes who, we worry about social media, we worry about how people look at us, how people think of us, all of this stuff. We're all over. So our awareness is not in here. Our awareness is expand the things, especially if your awareness is wasted on things that is not benefiting you. So right now, personally, I believe in that there's so much chaos going on with the media. I don't waste my awareness to look at the media too much. Okay? But based on what situation you're going through, based on what are you feeling, your awareness is the first indicator of you need to get in touch with your true self. Because once you get in touch with your true self is love, compassion, excitement, the excited about the unknown. Once you get in touch with that, then you create more peace in your life. And this is very important for all of us because you see, when you're in peace within yourself, then you create a peace for your kids. Then you create a peace at home. Then you're going to create a peace in your family, your friends, in your job. And that's how we help people. So right now, what we're doing is wrong. We're focusing on other people. We're blaming. We fighting. We yelling. We screaming. We are panicking. But if we can bring peace within ourselves, then calm, cool, collectively, we can take care of our family. We can teach that to our kids. We can bring a peace to our home, and then slowly, slowly, that peace would grow. But unfortunately, that's not what we're doing. So bring your awareness home. Bring your awareness to yourself. Pay attention to your true self. And when you do that, you create more peace. How can you bring your awareness to yourself? Meditation. Now, a lot of you, I noticed that meditating. Meditation has been around for years and years and years, for decades now, okay? And I always tell my clients and I always tell my readers and my listeners that we know we're supposed to eat healthy. We know we're supposed to exercise. We know we're supposed to sleep good. We know we're supposed to meditate. But how come there's a study shows there's 12 million women in America suffering from anxiety? Why is that? Why is that not working? Because you must intentionally understand that when I meditate, or am I doing some type of a prayer, or if I'm being creating a quiet time for myself, I'm intentionally doing it to get in touch with my true self. Then you see the result. Otherwise, if you're just meditating to calm yourself from the stress of the outside, that moment, yes, you're going to be calm. Meditation always give you benefit. But when you open your eyes, the chaos is always there. What are you going to do then? You can't close your eyes and kind of like put the problem under the rug and walk away. So to solve the problem is to permanently get rid of that chaos from your mind, body, and soul and bring yourself home and pay attention to your true self by intentionally meditating and saying to yourself, okay, I have this ego identity. Now I'm sitting down here and I'm getting in touch with my true self because I know my true self is kind to me. I know my desire, my true self is love, compassion, witness, silent, and exciting. So that's why it's important to intentionally do this. And normally it takes about 21 days to either develop a habit or get rid of habit. So if you're feeling anxiety, uncertainty, scare, fearless, I highly recommend you to do meditation either in the morning or at nighttime to get in touch with your true self to through meditation, through intention meditation of this is what I'm going to do. Because then you're disciplining your mind, body, and soul is to be here. Okay? With that being said, habit number 2. That's habit number. Be aware of your mind, body, and soul is to ask yourself this question. This is number 2. So when you're doing meditation, okay, be aware of your energy. Be aware of your energy. So now you're aware of yourself. You're bringing your awareness back to your mind, body, and soul. Now be aware, even go deeper. Be aware of your energy. Everything is energy. This world made out of energy. So here's what you have to do. Every day you get certain amount of energy within yourself. Okay? How do I spend this energy? What do I spend it on? So think about that for a second, okay? So I would ask myself this question. What did I do today for my physical mind? What did I do for my physical body? What did I do for my soul? Because when you get up in the morning, you have this energy. I know you go to work, you take care of your kids, you take care of your spouse, you hang out with your friends, you do whatever you have to do. But are you taking care of yourself, your mind, body, and soul? Ask yourself, what did I do? Because I'm going to take some of the energy and spend it on myself. Because you know, and I know, if you feel great, then the whole family feel great. If you feel great, then your business is going to grow. If you feel great, you're going to do great job in your job. If you feel great, your relationship is going to be great. So it comes from you. If you're getting certain amount of energy, or you're spending that energy on yourself, or you're spending that energy on watching TV, going to other people's social media, gossiping, trying to trash somebody, trying to focus on negative stuff, trying to have a conversation that has no purpose or benefit for you and your mind, body, and soul. Energy is energy. It's like a gas, okay? If I put a certain amount of gas in your car, how far that gas is going to take you? So once you bring your awareness to yourself, then you're going to say how much energy I have. So to keep track of, when are you the most energetic? Are you a person that have a lot of energy in the morning and the afternoon, or at night? And then take that energy and divide it into your life of everyday life, whatever you're doing. And then also make sure that you take care of your mind, body, and soul. So for the mind, to stimulate your mind, to keep your brain stimulated and fresh and exciting, what do you have to do? You can't be listening to the news. You can't be constantly listening to the bad news. Everything is going wrong in the world. Corona's coming. The election is this. No, you want to hear something pleasant. You want to hear to nice music. You want to listen to a nice podcast. You want to listen to something that is stimulating your mind, teaching you and making you grow. Not some negative one on top of other. Because once we do that, we train our brain like that, and brain is what giving the rest of the body a permission to release the chemical. And if we don't get our chemical and our hormone level balanced, then that's when we become stressed, we become depressed, and we have this fear. So it's very important. What are you listening to? What are you watching? Who you're talking to? What kind of environment you're in? That's all for your physical mind. So deliberately be aware of that. I am not wasting my energy on things that does not benefit me in a healthy way. Okay? Then ask yourself a question: how much energy I spend on my physical body, which means that, doing yoga, working out, eating healthy, drinking water, keep yourself hydrated, make sure you get a good night's sleep. That has to be done intentionally, knowing you're bringing your awareness to your energy, because it takes a lot of energy to exercise. It takes a lot of energy to prep meals. It takes a lot of energy to actually have a schedule to make sure you eat healthy, organic food, or whatever your diet is. Whether you're writing it, whether you scheduling it, whatever, it takes a lot of energy. Okay, you can't waste your energy on other stuff, because when you do that, you neglect your health. That's why it's important. And then, what did I do? How much time did I spend with my soul, which is your true self, which is your spirit? That is you. When you go to sleep and you think about yourself and you say, this person is really not good for me to be with, or this job is really not benefiting me, or the place that I'm living is not a really good environment for me or for me. That is you. Even though my parents wants me to get married, but I don't want to get married. Even though people wants me to have a kid, but I don't want to have it. Even people tell me that I shouldn't have a kid, but I want a kid. Anything that the opposite of society thinking, that is coming from the true self. And did you spend time with that soul of yours today? Did you pray? Did you meditate? Did you went for a walk in the nature? I've seen when I go hiking, it's so funny. When I go hiking, when I go to the places, people are walking, okay? Bunch of friends get together walking. But they're talking about news. They're talking about politics. They're talking about very negative stuff. You're defeating the purpose of the walk, okay? Because guess what? Even though you're walking in the nature, you're getting your exercise, but your mind is occupied listening for that negative verbs and all these words that you're saying, and you're really not giving yourself anything good. I know you're walking in the nature, but you're really not aware of your surrounding. You're not looking at the trees, you're not listening to the birds, you're not seeing the beauty of the nature. you are still talking about news or gossiping about somebody or complaining about someone. That's not how you're supposed to do it. When you go for a walk in the nature or you're hiking, you don't think about the past. You don't fantasize about the future. You don't talk negatively or talk about news. You hear in the nature, you're paying attention to your mind, body, and soul, and your surrounding. So, are you doing that? If not, switch it. How much energy you're spending in your life. Stop wasting your energy on other things that does not belong to your life. Okay? Life will go on. This earth been around for millions of billions of years. Okay? This is not the first time we've seen this. This is not the last time we're gonna see this. If you're really passionate to make a change in this world, then guess what? Start within yourself. And we hear of this all the time, but unfortunately we're not doing it. Why? Because look, the amount of obesity that's going around, the diabetes, cancer, depression, all of that, suicide, mental health is going higher and higher. So we're doing something wrong. Bring it back home. Be aware of your mind, body, and soul, and pay attention to your energy. This is what you need to do in order to create a peace in your life. That is habit number 2. Habit number 3, take no side. Never take a side. And this is one thing that you, right now, I'm talking about this because of election going on, and a lot of people are complaining that, hey, I unfollow my friend, they were doing this, or a lot of negative energies going around. But in the end of the day, everyone is entitled to their opinion as long as you are expressing your opinion, your belief with respect to others. You cannot take side who is right and who is wrong. No one is wrong. Everyone is right in their own set of mind, what they believe. But we have to express ourselves in an intelligent way, and in a way that we have to have patience. We have to be considered other people's feelings. I can't go and diss you to make myself right. Then I'm wrong. Even if I'm right from statistic, if I'm right from the intellectual level. But me bringing you down to make myself look right, it's not right. Have an intelligent conversation with your friends. There's always two sides to everything. There's always people, some people are diehard believer of anything, but you can't, even that comes in back in the days, we used to have this, now we having it with political view, but back in the days we had it for religion, and we still do. I always believe in that everyone is right in their own mindset, in their own body, whatever they believe. But what makes it wrong when you go and put someone else down in order to make yourself right? That's when you are wrong. And if you do that, then you're creating a chaos in your life. To create a peace in your life, you must not take any side. You express your opinion. You're right the way you believe what you believe, and the other person that you're speaking to, they're right. Be respectful. Be compassionate. Speak from love. Don't be resentful. Don't be angry. Those stuff, the minute we put that and we have a conversation, we're insulting someone else. We're putting someone else down in order to make ourselves feel better. That is never right. That is never right. Someone else is being wrong doesn't make you right. Just know that. So for those of you who are taking a side, for those of you who are upset that other your friends are taking a side, just know that we're human beings. God gave us the brain. Out of all the species, we're the smartest one. We have the brain. So let's use our brain. Let's not behave childishly. Okay? There's a lot of stuff going on. Everybody has an opinion. And at the end of the day, if you are paying attention to yourself, to your health, to your living, to your family, to your community, that's what matters. We change the world by changing ourselves. We have to show respect. We have to show compassion. We have to be sympathy. We have to show sympathy. We can't go angry calling someone else bad name to make ourselves or our group right. And this is why there's so much chaos is happening. So to bring peace in your life, You must stop taking side and go aggressively and making someone else's. I've seen people having great conversation about religion, about history, about politics, about science, about literature, all of that. A grown-up conversation, an intelligent conversation, a calm, cool, collective conversation, listening to the other person, respecting their opinion, as well as they have to do the same thing for you. This running around and being die hard about one person and forcing that in everybody's face that you are wrong and I'm right is never going to help anybody. And that's what media is doing right now. And that's why a lot of people cannot trust media, because that's what's happening right now. And that can happen again. Like, this is not the first time. This used to be happening 100 years ago. But we are better than now. Our technology is so advanced. How come we going backward? You know, we should advance ourselves. The technology is to learn to better ourselves, for our own self, for our family, and for our new generation. We are the role model for the new generation, each and every one of us, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not, your kids are looking at you. Their friends are looking at you. Your community, the school, the family, everyone. So if you want to be a role model, if you want to set an example, if you want to be influencer, if you want to change the world, start within yourself. Start within yourself. Anything that you wanted to change, start within yourself. If you want a peace in this world, become peace within yourself. If you want people to respect each other, respect yourself first. If you want to create love in this world, love yourself first. Whatever you create within yourself, it shines through you, and then the energy goes in the world, and we can change the world. So those are my 3 habits that I practice, and I want you to practice to create a peace in your life now, even when this whole chaos is over. Because it's very important to live our life with peace, harmony, laughter, and love. Thank you so much for watching me, guys. Again, download the meditation, practice the meditation, and if you have any question, please do send me a question. Meanwhile, you can visit my website, valerymolone.com. I have a great episode about this and more in my podcast. I have a bunch of videos in my YouTube channel. I write articles. I have some amazing programs that I teach this and more in a very deep. But my goal is to bring people to their own awareness, to wake up in life and live a life that they love and create a life that they absolutely love. Have a happy Friday. Have a great weekend. Till next time.